blurry. That's okay. And looks like we are live. All right. Hope everyone's doing well and they had a good holiday. If you celebrate holidays, my family do celebrate holidays. I do not like to celebrate holidays, birthdays, and anything of that like, but I do what I can. I'm trying to think of some ways around it. Well, we'll see. I've been sick a lot. Still been sick. Got pretty sick during I think it was Christmas Day. I was pretty much out of it, but pretty good right now. Some phlegm, some coughing now and then. But what happened a couple hours ago? I was taking a nap because I'm still pretty tired and out of it, and I had a vision. I don't typically have visions. Typically, I would say a dream is just a dream, right? So this is similar to a dream, or I would say a vision that I had as a kid. And when you're dreaming, and I've had lots of dreams. Well, one, when you wake up, you don't remember it. Typically, after a dream, you're still groggy, I guess you could say. I mean, when I was done with this vision, I was up. Typically, when I sleep or take a nap, it takes me a while to wake up. You know, that's why I go for that cup of coffee. But this one, no. Plus, in a dream, I don't have any control over what I want to do in that dream, or what I want to see, or what I want to say. So this was different. This is a vision, but I would still call it a dream because I was taking a nap while I was having it. So this vision dream, I guess you could say. I was looking at the moon. I was zooming in, and I was wondering and asking myself, how come we haven't seen any difference on the surface of the moon? That was just kind of a question. I haven't even been thinking about the moon lately, really. Maybe a few things, but not like looking at the surface of the physical moon. And I'm wondering, that's kind of interesting. Has there been a change ever since we've took photos and videos of the moon? Anything happen at all? Usually, I mean, something should. Look at all those little explosions or potholes or whatever you want to call them on the moon. That hasn't happened, say, in, we'll look into it, 68 years. All right, so the vision. I was looking at the moon. I was zooming in. I must have had like a telescope or one of those Nikon P900 or P1000, whatever those cameras are that can zoom really, really far. I was looking for changes in the moon. Then either there were two separate moons or two identical moons at separate times. I don't know. They turned blue. These entities turned it blue. I didn't know if they were human. I didn't know what they were. Whatever it was, they just turned it blue. And then after that, they turned it red. So two moons at the same time. I was watching it. But it wasn't like I was watching it. I was just feeling it, that there were two moons. They turned blue. And two moons turned red. And that was it. I woke up. And when I woke up, I was aware. It was like I didn't take a nap at all. It was as if I was just ready to go. I mean, very rarely I'd had times where I wake up and I'm ready to go. Like I'm fully cognizant and aware of everything going on. I don't have any like eye boogers or anything like that. So I call this a vision dream. I'm not a seer. At least I don't think I am. Who knows? Maybe if I am, this is just my start. I don't know. I'm a novice. But this was it. So I sent a text message to Political Avenger because I know she's into she sees things. Maybe she has an idea. But one of the things hi Creamy. Hey Eric, how's it going? Alright, so I'm gonna share my browser. There's a lot of things I want to talk about. I'll probably come back on later on tonight to talk about other things, especially what I've been kind of looking into for the last week or two. So, if you weren't aware, and I really wasn't aware because I really wasn't paying attention. So those that know me, I have been out of the news. I haven't looked at corporate mainstream media in a long while. I haven't even really been paying attention to alternative independent media. I've just kind of been exploring other things. So here on earthsky.org says that January 31st is the first of 2 blue moons in 2018. So there have been 2 blue moons already. I thought that was interesting. So I kept going, and there's a lot of things that I've been seeing. So some interesting stuff that's here is facts about the July 27th, 28th, 2018 lunar eclipse. I don't know. I think I was looking for blood moon or red moon. I figured red moon meant blood moon, so that's what I was. For me, in that vision, that for me it was red. It wasn't called blue moon or blood moon. In 2019, which is actually coming up in January 20th, it seems like there's going to be a super blood wolf moon. I don't know exactly what that means. I don't really pay attention to this stuff. So what I kind of did, going back to the first part of the vision, I was looking at blue moons. They're pretty. I would say blood moon and blue moons are pretty. I mean, it looks like Earth, right, when it's blue. Isn't that kind of awesome? So I looked at 2018. The earliest photo actually of the moon was taken by John W. Draper on March 26, 1840. Of course, I'm not going to get a lot of detail out of that photo. However, so this is kind of where I got that from. A picture, if you see it on the promo of whatever the live stream is. And here, there's a petermoore.co.uk blog, Once in a Blue Moon. This is a photo taken in 1950, and we'll go over it. So I took photos of this, kind of enlarged it in a way, or kept this the same. This is 2018. This is the one in 1950, and of course, I had to adjust it. You can see that big dip is here, so I kind of rotated it. And I'm going to go over a little bit more detail later. And this is, of course, the blood moon 2018. So next blood moon is in January 20th, 2019. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's like a good omen, bad omen, whatever. I just had this vision, dream, and I just want to share it with people. And why I got here, how high is space. This is, I think the photo in 19... Was it this photo? No. The photo in 19... Sorry, I'm going all over the place. 1950, I think it was saying that it was 55 miles up that they took this photo. I can't remember why I got to this part, but anyway, I was looking at, no, or 65 miles up. Sorry, I don't know what I was looking at. Anyways, let's go into this. So don't miss these 5 astronomy events coming 2019. This is AccuWeather.com. January 20th, 21st, super blood moon eclipse, the glow red over the United States. Now, what's interesting about this one is the super blue blood moon Wednesday is something the U.S. hasn't seen since 1866. So last year, there's a blue blood moon that hasn't been seen for over 150 years in the U.S. But of course, I think this January 20th, 21st isn't a blue moon, since it can't happen. I don't think there's ever been a blue moon that happened in the middle of the month. So super blue blood moon 2018. So I think that might have been like, I don't know, the first blue to red interpretation of that dream. The second moon that turned blue to red, uh, I don't know, would be just the second blue. And that happened 2018, but then it would have already happened. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what this vision dream is trying to tell me. Hopefully I have another one just so I can figure it out. Maybe it's just telling me to go research. Again, I have no idea. Anyways, I kind of wanted to focus on this, and I could zoom in a little bit more. So, I'm looking, and it's hard because of course we're not gonna get as detailed a photograph in 1950 than we are in 2018. This is blue moon 1950. This is blue moon 2018. I rotated it so it followed a similar angle, and I was looking all over, just seeing what might have been different, but it's hard to tell because there could have been additional stuff here, but we can't see it in here because the detail's not good, the resolution isn't as high. But one thing I did realize is the angle of the photos that were taken of the moon. And of course, as modern astronomy and astronomers put it, that the moon rotates with us, so we only see the near side of the moon and never see the far side of the moon. Well, we see a different angle. You can see this part right here is a little bit lower than here. We actually see this extra crater up here in the 1950 photo, which we don't here. You can see this part is a lot lower. Of course, if we're going to see that part, of course, the angle is kind of adjusted this way, you know, from the viewing point. Although this wasn't the case wherever this photo was taken, because again, I rotated the photo, so the photo originated over on where that is a different angle from the angle I'm showing here. I just did it so I could kind of make it similar to this. And so we're seeing a little bit more of the moon than we see in the 2018 photo. Interesting enough, we can see shades of gray at the edges, at the bottom edge of this photo in 2018. I just think that's kind of cool. So I just thought that's a little interesting. So although we can't really track all the additions of any types of craters or whatever that occurred in 2018 from at least 1950, maybe it might be a good idea to see if there's anything from, I don't know, when it was like 720 a thing, like a high resolution photo from like the year 2005 or 2008. So 10 years difference between that 2018. See if there's been any differences of all the meteors and stuff that goes across the night sky. I would think something would hit the near side of the moon. Excuse me. And we can have a difference that we could observe. And I've never seen any news on it. Maybe there has been something. Who knows? I don't think so. So I just thought it was interesting. Just the dream. Vision dream. I was looking at the moon close up live, and seeing if anything changed. But how would I know? I'd have to look from the past. And then of course the two moons changed blue and red. I don't know what that means. But I just thought it was pretty cool. Just, hey, this has nothing weird. I can't add anything to it. I'm just telling people what I saw. So that's it. That was my vision dream. This is me kind of looking into it. Not much. Just a different, slightly extra angles of the moon we can no longer see, and extra angles of the moon that we can see now, at least from photos taken. All right, and that's it. Oh, that's good, Eric. Yeah, I quit Twitter too. The only thing I've did in Twitter for the last couple of months, I think, was like retweet your tweets and like them. I do use Gab a little bit more, but only to just kind of post that I'm live on DLive. That's kind of it for this. Thank you for joining me. I will see everyone later. I'll kind of show what I've been looking at. That's pretty interesting.